Western Cape Premier Helen Zille is causing a stir over her tweets. Zille questioned why it was acceptable to racially classify people for jobs, but not to identify people at a restaurant table by their race. She was referring to an incident at the bungalow at Clifton Beach in Cape Town when a customer and his friend received their bill saying 2 blacks. The waiter used it to identify them. Zille's tweet has since been removed. All right, let's get some reaction now to the story from DA Federal Executive Chairperson James Selfe. Thanks so much for your time, sir. We appreciate it. First off, I want you to please tell me how you feel about that tweet.
Well, it's not a question of how I personally feel about the tweet. The question is whether that is a legitimate comment given the realities of renewed racial classification in South Africa, and in our view it is.
So you think it's okay?
Well, it's not a question of being okay, it's a question of being, is it a legitimate contribution to a debate or isn't it? And in our view, that is a legitimate contribution to a debate.
How do you feel about the outrage then with regard to that? People, of course, are sensitive on this issue, many saying she shouldn't have made the comment in the first place.
Well, maybe she should or maybe she shouldn't, but there is a difference between outrage and manufactured outrage. And this is a question definitely of manufactured outrage.
Why would you say it's manufactured when at least 2,000 South Africans have tweeted about it?
Well, there's 52 million people living in South Africa.
And even if one person felt that it was unfair or racist, that should be good enough.
People are entitled to their opinion. She is entitled to hers. They are entitled to theirs. We live in a democracy. We need to have a debate about these matters. We don't need to shut up every time something is vaguely inconvenient.
Was it not insensitive to those people who were classified at that restaurant as being black?
Well, isn't it insensitive every time somebody applies for a job to have to indicate what one's race is?
And what about her reaction to us, eNCA, saying that we should go and look for some really racist and unacceptable things that I said on Twitter and turn those into a story? Don't try and create racism and then cost a guy his job.
Well, you need to go and ask Helen Zille that, not me.
Does this not add to the perception and obviously the arguments by the ANC and the EFF that the DA is a white party that only protects white people?
Well, you know, the DA is one of the most diverse parties in South Africa. It has the most diverse support base, it has the most diverse membership, it has the most diverse leadership. So that is simply a perception that suits our political opponents.
And what about society, people who are tweeting about it?
All 2,000 of them. That's society.
You're telling me that 2,000 people's opinion on this matter means absolutely nothing to you?
No, I don't say that it means absolutely nothing. That means that they're expressing a point of view, and they're entitled to express a point of view. It does not make that the view of society.
If there was nothing wrong with this tweet, why was it deleted?
Well, I don't know about why Helen Zille deletes her tweets.
I mean, there must be a reason. If you're defending what she said, you must know why. Well, she's not giving us a reason. She wouldn't give us the opportunity to speak to her on camera.
If she's not giving you the reason, she's not giving me the reason.
Have you spoken to her about the issue?
No.
So how are you here defending what she says?
Because, well, you asked me to give a comment, and I've given a comment.
Based on the fact that you represent the Democratic Alliance, Helen Zille is the Premier of the Western Cape. You are speaking on behalf of the party. If you're speaking on behalf of the party, we would expect you to speak to Helen Zille about her reason for tweeting this and then removing it.
I'm so pleased that that's what you expect me to do.
All right, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Bye.
That was DA Federal Executive Chairperson James Selfe.